Hello everybody, welcome back. Today I want to do a very different video. I haven't seen anybody doing anything like this, and for me it's very important to recognize the people that I gather all the knowledge, I guess, or the technique, or I don't know, the want to do some honing, doing wet shaving and all that good stuff. So first off, as you probably saw on the title, I'm doing cited works here. If you haven't turned in a paper for school lately, that's what we're supposed to do, I guess. I'm back in college, so that's what we do at the end, right? So we reference everything and everybody that we took some knowledge from. So I do videos, right? And I do videos to show people how to hone or show stones and stuff like that. And this is my way of thanking the people that actually taught me through their videos and messages on how to hone, right? So about 4 years ago I started doing honing and straight razor shaving. So I was about to refresh this Henkel's. It's been pulling a little bit, and it's time to get it honing. So I wanted to do this video. So first, when I started wanting to hone and wanting to straight razor shave, like most of you, stumbled in a video by Gio on how to shave with a straight razor, right? Or Lynn Abrams, right? So Lynn Abrams, thank you. I'm very humble that you took that time to show all of us how to straight razor shave and hone and strut, right? So the two guys that I learned the most was from Lynn Abrams and Glenn, otherwise named GX6 Gun in YouTube. You can look for everybody in YouTube. I'm not going to put the links because way too many people, and this video might be a two-part video. So what did I learn by all these people? That's what I'm gonna do. So basically I'm just gonna be honing and talking about what I learned about all of these gentlemen. And so I'm a visual learner, so for me it's very easy or easier to learn by seeing. So YouTube for me is my friend, right? So right now I have a 3K Naniwa Superstone, and I'm racing a slurry on it. This I did not learn by Lynn Abrams. This I learned by Glenn. And right now this razor was honed with a piece of tape. Another technique I learned. Most of us do hone with tape, but lately, about the last year, I've been honing with no tape, right? So let's talk about that a little bit. So Glenn made a video, and it was really interesting, showing how you can set a bevel with tape or finish a razor with tape, and then just go without tape on a 3K, and it will take virtually no time to get it reset. So that's how I do things now, to save the spine a little bit, especially on if I'm restoring a razor. I set the bevel on a 1K, and then I go to the 3K with no tape, right? Another important thing I learned from this gentleman was how important the 1K is. A lot of us love the Japanese stones and all the cool finishers, and we take for granted the most important stone. And I think Glenn said it takes about 80% of your work on the 1K. The rest is just easy, right? And it's really true, right? While I'm doing these strokes, most of them I learned by these two gentlemen, but very important, I learned from Lynn Abrams the circles, right? Circle method. You do circles if you want to take a considerably larger amount of metal, because that's what we're doing, shaving metal, right? Another thing by Lynn Abrams is his technique, right? So he shows us how to come in the next pattern very nicely. If you see his technique, is flawless. And how to flip the razor, right? So the reason I like this video that I'm doing is I'm not teaching you how to do these. I'm telling you who taught me how to do these, so you can actually go to those sources, right? And here comes what I have a list here. Keith Johnson has awesome videos. He always says take everything you see in YouTube and in the forums with a grain of salt, right? So don't believe me, you can go to these guys websites. Very cool thing that I seen around, or very not cool thing that I seen around, is people honing, doing all kinds of crazy strokes. And I encourage you to try different things, right? Whatever works for you, that works for you. But here comes another name, Dr. Matt. Thank you. Your videos are awesome, and I learned a lot from you, especially when it comes to what is a bevel. He has a great video. You guys should check it out on what is a bevel. He explains with a cardboard and everything. It's amazing. So when he explained that, I stopped using tape. Doesn't matter if you use tape. I really don't care. It's your razors. But very cool thing that I learned is that the strokes, the bevel is from the spine to the edge, right? So we all know that. But I seen what Lynn taught us through his old videos and newer videos is the technique, right? So I have honed or sharpened knives before, and obviously you can't lay them flat. The razors you can, and they're designed with that purpose, right? So if you lay them flat like that, you're gonna be taking damage on the spine, and you're gonna be taking metal off the edge, which is what we want. And they go both together, right? So as this spine gets smaller, it gets smaller over here, and it keeps the degrees. That's the idea, right? Say idea because it's not always perfect, right? So what I'm trying to say is, if you hone a razor like this, right, you're leaving about that much from there to there untouched by your stone. Your edge is touching, but here you're just making a big lump. Now if you're honing gold dollars and you're doing that because it's hard for you to get in that spot, that's one thing. Gold dollars, whatever, dude. But if you're honing a nice razor that has been around for 100 years, it's not gonna be around for another 100 years if you treat it like shit, right? So if you're honing super extreme, you're ruining your bevel, right? Don't believe me, do what you want, right? But that's how I see it by the definition of the bevel that Dr. Matt tells us, right? So a lot of us, if you have a happy smile, a smiley face, you'd go a little bit at a degree and an angle, and that's fine. I do that if you're doing like a rolling stroke, and that's fine. Just this extreme thing, whew, every time I see that, I'm like, man, I bet that razor shaves well. But if you keep honing that razor, in a couple of years, it's gonna look like crap. You're not gonna be able to set the bevel right unless you do it the same way, and your spine is gonna look all crooked. You're gonna create unlevel bevel. So strokes, right? So while I'm here, I guess I'm good already. Just refreshing this razor. Strokes from Glenn. I learned he does about usually 3 to 5 sets of different strokes. So he goes a little bit like so, and then he goes like so, and then he goes in, right? So I like that. I think at the early stages and midway, it helps you erase the scratches from the previous stone easier by doing that. So I do it. Another cool stroke I learned from him that he learned from somebody else. I think he calls it a pigtail stroke. So basically you do that. And it's kind of like combining half a circle or a full circle with a regular stroke. And this stroke helps you speed up things a little bit. You can do two. But it's really cool. I use it quite a bit also. Let's see who I have in the list. Keith Johnson. I learned from Keith Johnson that patience. Have you seen his videos, how long he takes to hone a razor? He keeps always saying that he does it for himself. He's not doing it for anybody else, right? And that's the beauty of it. If you like honing, watch his videos. Nobody enjoys honing like him in camera. It's just zen for him, like he says. And I really enjoy that as well. So sometimes I just like to hone for honing. Right now I should have moved to the next stone, right? But I just keep talking. Who else is here? What else? Dr. Matt, great videos. He has great videos on cauticles. Check him out. He very knowledgeable. Great technology he has. I love that he shares the edges and the difference on the edges and all that good stuff. That way I don't have to buy a camera or a microscope and do it myself, right? So that is those four gentlemen, and I have some more, right? So stay tuned for part 2 of this video. We're going to talk a little bit more about the rest of the people and what have I learned throughout my honing